Hi friends, welcome to Gallandi's HEPGEC program. Here we are going to revise history, economy, polity, geography, environment and current affairs by solving previous and model question papers. So let's start with the first question. It's from history. With reference to the period of Indian freedom struggle, which of the following were recommended by Nehru report? First statement, complete independence for India, joint electorate for reservation of seats for minorities, provision of fundamental rights for the people of India in the constitution, and the choices given are 1, 2, 3, 1 and 3 and all of the above. So Nehru report was drafted in response to the challenge thrown by Lord Birkenhead. He was the Secretary of State for India. It was drafted in 1928. So one of the most important features, one of the most prominent and talked about feature of Nehru report was it never demanded complete independence. It demanded only dominion status. Under the British Raj, much like as we see in colonial Australia. So it never demanded complete independence. It was therefore opposed by many of the young leaders of Indian national movement like Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, etc. So that is an important feature of Nehru report. And the first statement says that it demanded complete independence for India. So statement 1 is absolutely wrong. So we can eliminate options A, C and D, because all of the options have statement 1 as correct. That leaves us with only one choice, that is B. So even if you don't know the rest of the answer, you can correctly conclude that option B, that is 2 and 3, are right answer. And it is right. Joint electorate for reservation of seats and fundamental rights for the people of India was a part of Nehru report. Let's move on to the next question, which is from economics. To obtain full benefits of the demographic dividend, what should India do? And the choice, before we go to the choices, let's consider this demographic dividend. Demographic dividend is a economic advantage that a country have if it has more number of people within the age category of 14 to 65, which leaves 0 to 14 and 65 above category outside. This category of people, that is 14 to 65, are productive and working age group people, and the other two category are dependent population, who are dependent on the working people. So if we have more number of working age group, how this demographic advantage can be used by India to increase its economic growth? Let's consider the option from that angle. That means the choice that we select should directly affect and encourage, so directly bring an advantage to this category, 14 to 65. First option is promoting skill development. Skill development, with additional skill development, a working population group, a well-bodied, a healthy working age group people can increase productivity and increase efficiency. So option A could be the answer. Let's consider the other options before we make our conclusion. Introducing more social security schemes. Social security schemes are aimed at 0 to 14 or 65. In other words, dependent population who cannot help themselves. The government helps those who cannot help themselves. So social security schemes are targeting not the category that we want. So we can eliminate option B. Now option C, reducing infant mortality rate. Then again, infant mortality rate affects not the category that we want. So option C is also removed. Then option D, privatization of higher education. Again, privatization of education does not directly affect the working age group people. In the long run it might, but it does not affect the working age group. It affects the dependent population. So we can also eliminate option D, leaving us with conclusive proof that option A is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. It's from polity. When a bill is referred to a joint sitting of both houses of the parliament, it has to be passed by, they are passed by a simple majority. They are asking for the majority needed to get a bill passed in the joint sitting of the House of the Parliament. So we all know that a bill becomes a law only when it gets the assent of the Parliament. And particularly in India, both Lok Sabha, the lower house, and Rajya Sabha need to give its approval for a bill to become a law. If any one of these houses does not assent to a bill and over 6 months have lapsed after that rejection, then the president can call for a joint sitting of both the houses. They all sit together to decide and deliberate upon the bill. Under such situation, the majority needed it's an extraordinary situation and demands an extraordinary measure, that is joint sitting. Under such situation, the majority needed is only a simple majority member present and voting. That means our answer is A. We do not need 3/4 or 2/3 majority of the house or the absolute majority. All we need is a simple majority to get a bill passed in the joint sitting of the House of the Parliament. Let's move on to the next question. From geography, which one of the following pairs of islands is separated from each other by 10-degree channel? Prominent geographical features are often asked in UPSC questions as map-based questions. Especially features which are important to India in any way, strategic or economically important to India. So you have to be clear about channels, land passages, straits and seas connecting India and serving her strategically or economically. So it is one of that such question, and it is a very direct question. They are asking which are the two island groups which are separated by 10-degree channel. The answer here is Andaman Nicobar Island, which are separated by a 10-degree channel which lies over 10-degree latitude in the Bay of Bengal. So the answer is option A. Let's move on to the last and final question. It's from environment. According to Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, which of the following animals cannot be hunted by any person except under any provision provided by law? They are asking which cannot be hunted. You have to be very careful when you reading the question. One word can make all the difference. So you have to be you have to take extra care when you read it the first time. They are asking which of the animals cannot be hunted. So Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is a very important piece of environmental law in India. It provides protection to animals in India by dividing it into 6 categories, 6 schedules, Schedule 1 to Schedule 6, under which Schedule 1 and Part 2 of Schedule 2 is given the utmost legal protection in India. This list includes your Bengal tiger, Gir lion, etc. So they are asking which cannot be hunted by any person except under provision of the law, which are not protected. Which of the following are protected by? In other words, which of the following are protected by the law? Gharial, Indian wild ass, and Indian wild buffalo enjoy protection under Wildlife Protection Act. So our answer is option D. Thank you. See you tomorrow.